How you guys doing? Welcome. It's been a very crazy time I had on our last show. We're talking about the Biafran struggle, and a lot of people obviously are concerned. You see, and I don't blame them. And that's why you see within this election period, even with my involvement in election, I am very aware of the fact that people in the southeast are going through so much, and it will be very irresponsible of me to pretend I do not know what is happening in the southeast. So please forgive me for starting late. This is actually a program I want us to do, and so that people who don't understand a lot about Omoyele Sowore will get an opportunity to hear about him. In fact, if you leave me, sorry, let me fix my microphone. If you leave me, I would actually even postpone the program and do it at another time, okay? Because I really want us to be gathered together and talk about ourselves. You see, Omoyele Sowore is somebody who he has so much to offer, so much to offer. But a lot of people, because they don't get a chance to listen to him, or because they have been positioned in a certain direction, they don't understand about Omoyele Sowore. So it is important that we do these programs to be able to showcase who Omoyele Sowore is. Now, let me make this very clear. Let me make this very clear. A lot of people don't understand that someone like me, I believe in Omoyele Sowore. I believe in all the people who have been fighting for the good of the people living inside the contraption called Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria is a contraption. I don't want to go into that right now. And Omoyele Sowore will tell you that for so many people, they have seceded from Nigeria in their brain, in their head. Do you understand? I'm someone who believes in the Biafra agitation, but in believing in the Biafra agitation, it is because I believe in people's human right. You must allow people to be the ones to decide what they want to do. And someone like Omoyele Sowore believes in this 100% outrightly. Sowore believes that you should allow people to decide whether they want to remain in a relationship, whether they want to remain in a marriage. That's why you would see him support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he's in court. They would hold meeting, and all of that is because he is a human rights activist, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. And that you see him right now contesting in an election is because of his belief that in as much as someone like me believes in the emancipation of my people, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for the people of Biafra. Apart from Biafra, there's also people in the Middle Belt. There's also the people in Benue who are being slaughtered every day. There is also the people in the Plateau, in Kaduna, and all of these places. All of these people are being slaughtered, and they all want their freedom. They want their independence. They want justice. So Omoyele Sowore comes to fight on behalf of all of these other people. And if you don't understand him, well, I don't know what is confusing about that. There was a time that people told Omoyele Sowore, hey, go and join the Yoruba movement. I try to make them understand. You are not the one that will choose for somebody what they want to do, what they want to become. Just like somebody, it is there now. Let some people follow that while he follows his own heart. The worst thing you can do in life is try to be somebody else that you are not. For example, now, people tell Sowore, why are you contesting to be president? Why don't you go and start from primary school? And he tells them, Is it his fault that he's? Do you know? Do you know what it means to have a dream? Do you know what it means for you to aspire for greatness? For some of you, your dreams are not big enough. I know when I came to Canada, I told someone in my church, I said, I'm going to start. By the way, thank you. I see all of you here. Thank you. Good evening to you all, and welcome to the broadcast. When I and my wife came to Canada. Actually, my wife sponsored me here. My wife was born here in Canada, and that's for some of. Anyway, sorry. Somebody went ahead putting all kinds of fake news about my wife and me and all that. I'm like, why are you even talking like that? My wife came to Canada. My wife came to Canada. She was born here, came and read in Nigeria, then came back to Canada and sponsored me. Me, I'm a sponsored person, you see. So no, you don't have to try to create anything. I know very well. I know what happened. Amongst all my family, my kids were born here. My wife was born here. I'm the only one that is at Jepako. Sometimes when we begin to talk, they'll tell me that, Daddy, you're the only one that is Nigerian. You're Nigerian Canadian. Them, they are Canadian Nigerian. Anyway, but that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make here is that when I came here with my wife, I told someone in our church that I was going to start a company. And the guy said, how long have you been in Canada? I said, just a few months. He said, Chidi, listen to me. It takes people years, at least 3 to 4 years for you to establish a construction company. I said, Chidi, do you know when you establish a construction company and you're a contractor, you will have to sign contracts with people. And if you default on that contract, they will sue you to court. What do you know? The good story is that a year after that period, this same man was calling me to come and check his roof for him. I did not remind him because I had forgotten. I didn't remind him of what he had said. But you see, my vision was big, but my vision could contain having a company in Canada only a few years after I landed, and I established the company. And when I established the company, see, it was fixed team contractors. It sounded like what people couldn't do. The first job I did with my wife was going to fix team contract, but it was going to clean somebody's house. We didn't have a car, but we went with bicycle. I'm telling you this, you won't believe it. We didn't have money to buy pinafore. We went to second-hand clothing. This is a place they call Value Village. I'm telling you this story for you to understand. I went to that Value Village and I bought pinafore, me and my wife. You know that pinafore that is made of jeans. I went to buy it. We bought 2. We went to the machine, public laundry, and we washed it. And that we bought that with t-shirt, and we wore the t-shirt. And I bought a bicycle from my superintendent. We were living in an apartment. We bought the bicycle for $10. Then we rode our bicycle to the job. When we came to the job, the woman was looking. He said, "Where's your van?" Actually, we went to the dollar store and we bought cleaning things. Very funny. And this was my company. And when I came to the woman's house, the woman was saying, "Where's your van?" I said, No, it's summer. This is summer. We just felt like riding our bikes. He said, "Whoa, that's awesome." Igbo people, yeah, that's awesome. We do, yeah, I got a one, But we did our job. We did the job with bicycle, and that was the growth. That was the beginning of our company. The Bible says, don't underestimate your humble beginnings. Omoyele Sowore is in this race, and he puts up his breakdown of the money he receives, and you go there and you'll be seeing 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 total money received for the 1 point something million. When people are using 50 million, 60 million, 100 million to organize one event, but he is making so much impact. The people that say he stole money, how much did they say that he ate money? 100 million for the whole of the 2019 election. That's how much we spent. And that was the money that was receipted, the money that was gathered. under accounting, not the ones that, he himself gave freely from his pocket. What point am I trying to say? His vision, his heart, his mind can carry the position of the president of Nigeria. For you, that your own can carry local government chairman, God be with you. For you, that your own can carry governor of the state, God be with you too. For you, that your own can carry anything at all, your own, but don't ever try to look at somebody whose dream is big and tell them that they don't have a right to dream that big. That is the beginning of bullying, and that is the beginning of senselessness. It doesn't make sense because there's really nothing you can do about it. It's their dream. Maybe not their dream. Now your dream, or you have to go inside their mind. Do you see the foolishness in fighting somebody's dream? It's their dream. It's in their head, and they are following their dream. You're bothering yourself. You're going to remove the dream from them. No, that's not good. Okay, and the story I was telling you, I ended up running that construction company. Bought houses before people that came here that stayed for so many years. Some of them started thinking that we're doing 419. No, it was the heart that I had with my wife. We pursued this thing like crazy. But we pursued this, you won't believe how it works. We didn't, maybe it's good when we tell this kind of stories. We didn't have kids that time. Me and my wife will take jobs. Any job. There's one guy that had 4 people to do finishes for him. Me and my wife came and said we could do the job. And these guys, they were going to do the job for 3 days, 4 people. We stayed and did the job overnight. I don't kid you. We worked and worked and worked till morning. And by morning, we had another job to go to. We just found a McDonald's. We came out, we just went and parked in the parking lot and waited till they open. When they opened, we went to McDonald's, we freshened up, and we were at the next job. When we did straight on for 4 days, we didn't come back to the house. From one job to another job, traveling wherever. When we finished, we went to Niagara Falls to have a good time. But eventually, we got what we wanted. So when you see somebody like Omoyele Sowore starting, being consistent, there are lessons for you to be learned there. You see him being prudent, managing the little money that he has in his hands to run his campaign to the point where he is making sense, he is relevant up till now. When Omoyele Sowore declared for presidency, a lot of people said, go and sit down. Oh, this one, you are still in the race, because they thought that the Nigerian government had finished Omoyele Sowore. They thought that he wasn't going to rise up again. The people that stole our party, when he actually declared for presidency, Omoyele Sowore did not have a party because our party was already colonized by people who were after our party. I'm going to post a link that this is a studio link. Please, you can use this studio link to sign into the studio. Thank you for those of you watching us on Facebook, those of you watching us on YouTube, on WMTV, and Take It Back TV. I thank all of you. You can use this link, click on it, and come on the show. Okay? This is also the show where I want you guys to call in. +1 647 989 2837. You can call in, and today we're just going to be discussing why Omoyele Sowore is the best president that Nigeria will ever want. If they miss him, sorry for them. Honestly speaking, the same way we told you in 2019 that Omoyele Sowore was the best thing for Nigeria, and we voted Buhari. How many years later, we are still regretting? And you know, people call me and they say, Chidi, will you not protest? I came to see a few people are protesting. I say, you have to keep waiting for me that's in Canada to be protesting about what's happening to you in Nigeria. But when we told you, don't choose this man, you refused. Anyway, Burna Boy say last, everybody will chop breakfast. That's what eventually happened to everybody. Everybody don't they chop the breakfast now. So please call in 647 989 2837 and tell me why you think Omoyele Sowore is the best thing to happen to Nigeria. One thing I can tell you for free is that the people who criticize Omoyele Sowore, they always start by saying, that Omoyele Sowore, you know, the guy is good, I like him. But every time they say that, but so if you call and tell me that's your bot, because I don't know why you will like somebody, you will say this guy is tough. He's the one that talks to these people the way they should be spoken to. He's not afraid of them. But I don't understand. See, with this, and you know, I get this all the time because I'm a supporter of Sowore. People know me very well. They send me messages, they ask me questions. With the endorsement that was done recently for P2B by Obasanjo, people were asking, why does Sowore not want to be endorsed? Why is he against it? Why is he speaking against it? And in answer to that, Sowore said clearly, I do not want an endorsement from those who have ruined our country. Never. He would rather want the endorsement of the people. Sowore said he will not bow or genuflate at the altars of the people who have ruined this country. Never. He will not go and bow to IBB. He will not go and bow to Obasanjo. He will not bow to Sheneko. He will not bow to whichever altar that you have established as the owner of Nigeria. He will not go to Dangote and bow to Dangote. So be careful when you are jumping up and praising people who are going to bow down at altars. Be very, very careful. Where are they leading you to? Did you sit down and have that agreement with them? Have you been told what the outcome of that? Were you told the terms of the contract that these people signed when they went to meet each other? Were you told? You were not told. And why would Obasanjo wake up and begin to act like it's a new thing? You endorsed P2B long time ago, and all of a sudden you're saying you're endorsing him again. Is it not? We already know now. We already know. The same way you endorse Buhari and see what we're having today. So, and the fact that you wake up and be telling young people and this generation what to do when you messed up all these years. You say it is time for young people, and yet you were going for third term. Where did you think about young people that time? So let's just leave that matter aside. And like I said, hello to you, Love Tony. Ella on YouTube. Ella on YouTube. Your logo looks like my Worship Media logo. That's why I was missing you. Thank you for being here, Ella on YouTube. Guys, I don't want to be the one, because if I talk now, they'll say, Chidi, we already know. I need you guys to talk. Talk and tell me. Call and tell me why you think Sowore is not the best thing. Or tell me why you think he's the best thing. Or even tell me why you think another person is the best thing to happen to Nigeria. You know, somebody said, let Sowore go and govern first. This is the kind of people that I like you to come on. Don't just sit down and just type. Come on and say govern first. When you say govern first, you know, it's funny. It's funny when I hear people say this kind of thing, Sowore should govern first. The government you're talking about today, it was Sowore as young as he was, as a student. They stood in front of the military. They fought the military way back in those days. And that time, it was okay for him to fight on your behalf. But all of a sudden, it is not okay again when it is time for him to lead. For time to, he said he should govern, but he was the one that won this government for you. So how come? I'm trying to understand. Is that fair? Are you really making sense? Why didn't you, when he was fighting for democracy, why didn't you call all the people that you want them to govern right now? Or why didn't you tell him that no, you shouldn't be doing that? You allowed him to fight for you. You allowed him to win democracy, but it is not good to come and be part of that democracy. You see your life, you see how unfair you people can be sometimes. But anyway, let's leave it there. Okay, madam, you're being a regular, you've become a regular feature in our program right now. We appreciate
area.
Yes, so go ahead. You want to tell us something about Sowore?
Anyway, I want to say I really appreciate his improvement. He don't learn from now on as a teacher. Now, thank you. So the way they present himself in 2018, now those revolution, this thing, but now, even though the revolution they won't corner, he's able to present himself, present his point, calm, and articulate what he go do. Even when they provoke and I know they react like me again. So, so I'm very grateful for you guys are doing. Like you said, Nigeria, they get plenty choices. So if they get them right, fine. If they still do mumu, fine. Now they go still chop the butter and bread when they want cook. But the only thing when I know be said, 2027. You know the
2027, I'll be 2023.
I don't tell you what it did for 2023. Say if the lie made it do wrong. But 2027, from councillor to presidency, now my children they take over.
Why do you talk like that? Why can't
I
your
talk
children...
like that because
No. I'm asking you now. Why can't your children take over now?
Because this is
preventing,
it. Wait,
what's preventing your children from
why,
taking over now?
Wait, I want to tell you why. Because one, we didn't really prepare.
Okay, okay. So see, you will forgive me. You forgive me if you forgive me. You know,
You ask me question, make I tell you.
But when they come, you know, say they come hot. I mean, I
wait, now you ask me. I won't tell you.
Oh yeah, tell me why your children are not ready.
Wait. I go analyze them for you now.
Okay.
Good. Those wicked people, they lock Sowore up. And Leonard, he do nonsense. He sack all of una. When supposed to they prepare ground, even though they arrest Sowore, if every other ANC people were active without the useless thing when Leonard do to sack everybody, you people would have prepared waiting for him. But that was not done. Even for him to say, okay, finally we know say we won't contest. Not be 3 weeks before, if not be said they even postpone herself. You not for not meet up because of the same Leonard. So there are a lot of things we are supposed to have done on ground for the 4 years where Boo Boo and the people not let us do, plus useless Leonard. So that is why I know we are not too prepared. So I don't want to get disappointed. I know say if he don't win, if he win. But one thing that is certain, in score for 2018/2019, it's not going to be the same score. Because in message don't make sense to learned Nigerians. And learned Nigerians, when you know say, we not feel follow the old orders. The service say, now be the right person.
Okay, my dear, you see, I will take them one by one. You see, as you as you take talk now, let me correct you on something. And we who gift, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us. Thank you so
Good
much.
evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening. I'm going to come to
Yes.
you. See,
I'm preparing.
okay, my brother. You see,
I'm
madam,
waiting.
what is not good and what we will not accept is this. See, your enemy set trap for you. Your enemy plan for you. Okay? Like you now. I'm trying to use a right analogy. Everything that the enemy of the people, because the enemy of Sowore is the same enemy of the people.
Yes.
Everything they planned is to make sure that we do not participate in the election.
That is true.
So listen, everything they planned is to keep us busy in the court.
Which is the truth.
Not just keep us busy in the court, because they were not joking. Their plan was to jail Omoyele Sowore
for life.
Their plan was to destroy the party.
Which is true.
We have an option to stop fighting, to just go and just die. Just die. But my sister, you don't know. We raised money. We taxed ourselves. Yourself, do you know how many times? At a time, I didn't even know what case Sowore was going to. It was just in court. It's either he was going for appeal, or he was going for a retrial, or he was going for they were just dragging him in court every day. They nearly killed him. But that is designed to break the man. According to their prediction, Sowore was finished. Sowore is not supposed to come out. What you're telling me now is that because of all of those things, we are supposed to say, we know already, and we will not come out. That particular time you do that, that is the time your enemy won. Just at the come, madam, at the come. So what we did, let me inform you that at the time Sowore declared for presidency, the party was still in Leonard's hand.
I know.
What can make somebody do that kind of thing except your determination that nothing will stop you? Except that do you know what faith does? Faith is speaking things that be not as though they were. You look hopelessness in the face.
And
You
tell us
look something that is not there in the face, and you say we are doing it. That is, it gives me goose pimples. Because what is his hope? He was doing it believing that, look, all I can do is do the right thing. I don't know what tomorrow will be. I don't know whether I'll be alive. I don't know whether I will succeed. But as long and as much as God gives me life, this is what I will continue doing. Sowore will continue moving and moving. Even if you build a block walk in front of him, he will stand there and be hitting the block walk, hoping that until he is no longer breathing, he will not stop.
You see,
that is the mark of a. I'm coming, madam. That's the mark of a leader. So, when you were saying that we did not prepare, what you saw us do, because if you remember the parable of the talent, it is not the person that got the most money that was praised. It is not how much you were given. It is what you did with what you were given. That's what matters. So all we have, if life gives you lemon, you do lemonade. Do you understand? You don't say, oh, if it's like when they are throwing stones.
Wait, Dr. City.
What you can do with the stones is to see it as a stumbling block. That Dr. is you. Another person, I will let you talk. I really let you talk. Let me finish my line of thought. Another person looks at the stones. You're calling into the show, right? Hello? Okay. So another person looks at the stones that were thrown at them. You know what they did? They took those stones and they used it to build a house. It is confusing to your enemy. So I'm telling you because I'm somebody who was close to happenings. At the point when we were going to declare for presidency, the Nigerian government was so sure that Sowore was finished. They were sure that he's not coming out again. Remember, Sowore was restricted to Abuja.
I know all
But
that.
he was still going to run a campaign, even knowing that he cannot step out of Abuja. You really have to marvel at that kind of determination. And that is what made those of us. When you see somebody who is supposed to give up hope, when you see somebody who is supposed to be the one crying, and they turn around and they're encouraging you that is in a better position, you that is free, you that can move around, man, you look at that person and say, oh boy, anyhow where you won't go, I die with you.
Okay.
And when he said that, we now said we are going to go and declare for presidency. We had to do that a covert operation. We got the venue. We didn't want anybody to know. We said we are holding a symposium. We printed all that. When Nigeria government heard it, they were like, oh my God, oh, wait till they happen. They used Ned Nwokedi, remember? They went and arrested Sowore, locked him up. Sowore actually did a broadcast that peradventure anything happens with me, release this broadcast. But we are going on. That is a fighter. And eventually, we came on the ballot. When we came on the ballot, you see, when you are saying what has happened to Sowore, you're happy that he did not change his tactics. Sowore, at the point when Nigeria needed a revolution, Sowore introduced revolution. When he introduced revolution, NSAS picked up from where he started. The Nigerians are now awake. And now that they are awake, he has to talk to them in the way that they will understand. Because how Sowore is talking right now, we couldn't talk like that to people those times. So we are following the deal. We are following the times right now. And so if you now look at the same generation of people, that everything that they are doing right now in Nigerian electoral atmosphere, Sowore is the one that invented it. Let me tell you, without fear or favor, and I'll prove it to you. No politician ever did town hall meeting before Sowore started doing town hall meeting under Take It Back movement. They didn't know that you could start a movement before you even go to party. So when INEC was saying, "Oh, you can't do campaign," Sowore started the Take It Back movement, and Sowore was the only politician you were part of the whole thing. He flew from country to country to country. That's what people like Peter Obi started doing during his own campaign. Now, Sowore was the first person that started a GoFundMe. When he started GoFundMe, they were laughing at him. Today, somebody was telling me, oh, why is Sowore using his name? Omoyele Sowore campaign account. I went and brought Atiku doesn't have Atiku campaign account. He's not asking for donation. He already stole enough money. Tinubu, his group is trying, but Tinubu is not asking. He already stole enough money. This person that was asking me this is obedient. I went and showed him Peter Obi. He said it's Peter Obi support group. I said, but Peter Obi is there now. Somebody use support, somebody use campaign. You have a problem with campaign, the other person's only support, you accept it. So the reason why you see me talking like this is for you to know that this same generation is pure and ready and well equipped to take over their destiny. They are not waiting for anybody. That's why you see me upset at somebody like Olusegun Obasanjo coming to meddle in what we are talking right now. There's no room for that at all.
All right, can I respond?
You can respond, but my brother, he will
Yeah.
gift.
Number one,
Let Anne talk, and then you will get a chance to talk.
number
No
one,
problem. No problem.
Dr. Shidi, I think you misunderstood me.
Okay, go ahead.
Good. First, I appreciated him. That is, I saw something he has done. If there is any person when I was going through my crisis that strengthens me, it was Sowore. And in my life, and in the kind of battle I fight, I always have what they call plan A and plan B. Why do I do that? So that when plan A not work, I will hold on to plan B. So that the enemy not go get time to make me depressed. For every platform, people they ask, I go tell them, say, my candidate na Sowore, but my children, they dance kelebe. Go Obi. And as a good mother, I'm not going to say because they dance kelebe, go meet Obi. Make I come say, okay, oh, if you not follow me dance, go Sowore, I cannot be your mother again.
And
so that is
and with due respect, you see, no. And you see, with due respect, you have said this a lot of times on my
so
program.
wait, okay,
do you know why? You are with me. You come to my program, you support me. But let us correct something here, because it's, you know me, I can't lie to you. Let me make this very, very
clear. I'm not gonna lie to myself.
Exactly. So let me make you
your
understand.
truth now, your truth, my own truth and my truth.
So let me make you understand something clearly. We are at a place where we are talking about the future of our country. There is no standing on the fence. Look, if your children are following Obi and you're already with Obi, that is very, very fine.
I am not with Obi.
No, but you cannot.
No. Do not quote waiting and not talk.
Maybe I don't understand you, because when
you don't understand me, period.
Okay, let me understand you. Understand you.
If you go to every platform when I don't talk, when they ask who is your candidate, I said, for me, na Sowore. But Obi don't come inside. And my children are dancing towards him. So because my children, they dance towards Obi, I go call carry color, they pursue themselves, na mom must not dance. Because the truth is this, they have their own choice. Nigeria.
No, you see why
wait, you
keep repeating. You keep, let me see.
Wait, let me
keep
finish.
Repeating this thing. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it doesn't sit. Why it doesn't sit well with me.
It doesn't sit well with you.
Yeah, because
I cannot.
I like you. Let me tell you what I want. You know, we're not quarreling. We're just.
I'm gonna tell you lie. If I
no, you're not gonna tell me lie, but we are at a point where
your truth.
If Sowore
is my truth.
No, if Sowore is the best thing for your children, it is your duty to tell them. If P2B is the best thing for your children, it's your duty to tell them. But every time you come and you say your children go here, there is no need for that, because let me tell you something. It's not a now. It's not a game. It's not a game we are playing.
For you now. Wait, Dr. Shidi. If you tell Pikin, not touch this cup,
yeah.
But the Pikin eye there for the cup. As soon as you turn your back, the Pikin must touch the cup.
Okay.
Where my children dey right now, yes, Sowore take it back as revelation. You don't bring their sense come small. Yes, Sowore don't let them know say, now the people want to thief your destiny be this. Sowore and other people don't bring this awareness to them. But you know my children, some of them foolish. That's what they call foolish. Because they never chop suffer belly full. And if they not chop suffer belly full, you not going to feel reset their mindset.
Okay. I understand you now.
Now, not be them. Not be them they do useless to follow boo up and down. Not be them they start or they follow two up and down. and down, now their children. So until they know, say, all these people, when they follow, they go just use you as orange. When they finish, they go trash you. Until that enter their head, they don't go do the needful.
All right.
So as a mother, me, I don't read them from afar.
I get you now. I get you now.
The one when boo the dish for now. Una at least some answers go make una get sense. As people when for church, look at COVID, Dr. Chidi. COVID not supposed to make us not say na lie that they tell us say na Papa God will they give money. Say without giving him money and seed, you not gonna answer our prayer. But when church open, not be the same people when God don't reveal to say you do not need to pay tithe, you do not need to do offering, you do not need to sow seed for me to answer you. Not be they see they donate their last 10 couple, they give their GO, they flaunt their lifestyle. If Papa God don't show us, we not learn. Then Sowore don't teach us, we not learn. You go let them go chop the breakfast and lunch and dinner. When they chop and this time around, maybe go make them say get sense. Make them not say na their destiny. Now they don't rob them. And they can't give their hopelessness. They can't give their poverty.
All right, my sister. I get you, Anne. I get you, Anne. I'm going to come back to you, but I'm glad you've sorry if I was misunderstanding you. I get your point.
No, what any person feel misunderstand me. You go misunderstand me or you go understand me.
You don't get me, you don't win. All right, let's go to our brother Iwuwu Gift. And by the way, I want to welcome Sims into the studio. Sims, you're welcome. But go ahead, our brother Gift, and speak. Thank you for your patience.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you, Mr. Shidi. You have actually been doing a very great job. You know, I've always followed your show since I think 2018. I've always been in the background. You understand, just watching and learning. I'm actually 25 years of age, and I actually started getting interested in politics when I first learned about Sowore in 2018, when he came back to Nigeria and started the Take It Back movement. I actually heard about him online, and since then I've not really done any physical engagement with him, but I've been following him, and because of Sowore, I think I know everything about politics, about Nigerian politics in general. Once you know Sowore, there is nothing about politics that you won't know. You understand? So I kind of built myself and I became an elite when it comes to Nigerian politics. At this moment now, I believe I can face any politician in Nigeria. But all the same, let me just dive into the topic. Why I think Omoyele Sowore is the best presidential candidate. And I'm going to start with, I have to jot some things down so that I won't miss anything. There's this illustration that I used to tell my friends. I would tell them that when we were young then, at home, we have our daddy and mommy at home. Sometimes our uncle will come and visit. And then when he comes, let's say, unfortunately, let's say we are about 5 kids in the house. And unfortunately, 4 of us are at home, or let's say 3 of us are at home, and then 2, they are not around. And then we know Nigerian tradition, and when uncle wants to go, uncle will be like, children, take this money. Then let's assume that our uncle gives the children 10,000 naira. Okay, I'm just making an illustration now. Uncle gives the children 10,000 naira, we are 5. And then 2 of us, they are not around. And then 3 of us that are at home, let's assume because we are aware of the amount, we now decided to share it 3,000 naira. And then we have only 1,000 naira left. And then when our siblings will come back, we give them 1,000, take 500. Uncle gave it to us. They will be celebrating. They will be celebrating the 5,000, the 500 naira. That's because they did not know how much we had. I know many people will be thinking, what is the essence of this illustration? Good. Now, the Nigerian space, our Nigerian politics, our Nigerian political space, there is money in it. There's this from interview to interview, they'll be asking Omoyele Sowore, where are you going to get money? Where are you going to get money? There is money. The only problem is that we don't know where the money is. We don't know. We don't know. It's just like our uncle has given us money, but we are not aware of the amount that we have. So they've taken the big share of it and they are giving us just 500 naira. And we are celebrating it. That is what happened in Anambra State. That's why they are celebrating Peter Obi. That Peter Obi did this, he did that, he only gave us a small cut of it, a small cut of what we should be enjoying. And because of that, we are celebrating. Whoa, wow, wow, wow. There's something that Moyele Sowore said, that we have grown past this level of politics now. By this time, we're not supposed to be talking about, I'm going to build roads, children are going to go to school. We're not supposed to be thinking like that again. At this point in the 21st century, we're supposed to be talking digital things. Not, I want to build road. We're more than that already. All right, so that's one reason why I think Omoyele Sowore is the best. And I'm going to go to the next one. I will try and rush it so that I can finish fast. Okay. Now, they've brought out many propagandas against Sowore. Yeah. And all the propagandas that they've been bringing, I can categorically tell you that they are just doing it because they know that Sowore is the best candidate. Now, the first propaganda, they will say that Sowore brought Buhari. Where is your proof? The only proof the only thing they will show you is one video where Sowore took Sahara Reporter's team to Abuja, just to take record of Buhari's acceptance speech, something like that. And they will show you one Sahara Reporter's video that he posted by himself, and he wrote the caption himself. The date is there. If you read the caption, it is there clearly that Sowore led Sahara Reporters group to cover Buhari's acceptance speech. All of us know what happened in 2015. Yes, we know what happened in 2015. It was of Jonathan already by then. You understand? I was living in Delta State then. Everybody was tired of Jonathan. There was killing, there was Chibok girls, there was bombing, there was this, there was that. So everybody was tired of Jonathan already as at then. You understand? So everybody needed that change. And Buhari presented himself. Buhari only took that advantage. You understand? And came into power. I never saw at the point I went to Twitter and I went to Sowore's page and I searched for Buhari and I went back to 2015, 2014. I wanted to see a place where Sowore endorsed Buhari or perhaps talked about Buhari. Sowore has only interviewed Buhari once in his life, and it was even on live, like it was on live. It was through phone. Yes, you hold your phone, I hold my phone on different locations. That was the first interview, you understand, that he had with Buhari. So that's the first one. I just want to clear that. And for that reason, I think Sowore is the best candidate. Okay, I'll go to the next one. They will say, I know that Sowore is the best, but he does not have fans. I know that Sowore is the best, but he does not have fans. Well, Sowore is the best person we need now, but he doesn't have fans. All right, this is my response to those people. I will tell them that when you were in school, for those people that went to school, and you are about to write exam, or perhaps you are having some carryover, are you going to say because of your carryover that you had, I won't write exam again, or I won't go to school again? You understand? You won't say that. You have to still what? To accept the fact that it is your exam, let me still write it. You understand? All right. What I'm talking about is the fact that they say that Sowore is the best, but it doesn't have fans. How do you have fans? You know that the person is the best. If you support the person, maybe you are +1. They will always say that election is a game of number. Yes, I accept that. For me now, I accept that Sowore is the best, and me, I accept that I'm going to vote for him. And for that reason, I feel that Sowore is the best candidate. For that, if you support Sowore, the other person that is saying Sowore is the best, if you support him, all those people that are saying on social media, I used to see their comment, they'll be like, Sowore is the best, but we can't support him. If all of us support him, will he not have that fan that you are asking for? And that's one reason why up to today, I will still tell you, if everybody around me is saying they won't vote, me, I will vote. You don't have my business. I will vote for Sowore. You understand? So if all of us can be like that, he will have the fans that you are saying he doesn't have. You get my point now. Okay. Sorry that I'm taking much time, but I'm trying to break them down one by one. They will say he has not held any public office before. Good. In fact, that is the more reason why I'm supporting him. You understand? Okay, I will just mesh that with the fact that they will say he has not joined any political party before, he has not held any public office before. Those two, I will join them together. You are saying that Nigeria is corrupt. You are saying that Nigeria is gone. And we need a change. We need a total liberation of the Nigerian political space. We need somebody who has not been there before. We need somebody who has not mingled with them before. We need a fresh person. And you are telling me that Peter Obi is the best candidate. Peter Obi that has been in PDP before. Peter Obi that even in Labour Party is telling you that the candidate of the PDP is his boss. Up to this moment. And you are telling me that it's going to make a drastic change. How is that kind of person going to make a drastic change? I told them that the day Sowore become president of Nigeria, even by him becoming the president of Nigeria alone, I said you are going to see politicians traveling out of this country. They will run. All of them. They will run without anything. Nobody will tell them. They will start running. I said, but the day Peter Obi becomes president, I said all of them will come and welcome him. They will be there. But the day Sowore is welcoming speech, I even told them that Sowore's welcoming speech will be, I want to thank you, fellow Nigerians, for voting me as the president of Nigeria. At this moment, I want to declare that the past administration should submit the account. I believe what Sowore can do. I believe what Sowore, everything will wake up and things will begin to work. Because they know that fire that is coming. All right, that's for that. And then there are some comments I see. They will say, Sowore is working for Tinubu. I saw that one. That one is so awkward. How is Sowore working for Tinubu? Have you seen him with him before? Do you have any proof that this man is working for Tinubu? I don't understand. You understand? They will say, Sowore is working for Tinubu. And I'll be like, okay, you say Sowore is working for Tinubu. Have they met before? Have you seen Sowore in Tinubu's party before? Has Tinubu come out to admit it that Sowore is my boy? Or any of all these people? But there are people that are admitting that they are boys. And you are not fighting those people. The one that is openly coming to tell you that I've not worked with this person before. You are trying to force it on the person that is working for that person. All right. And then my last reason why I think Sowore is the best candidate is the fact that when they go for debate, when we talk about ideas, when we talk about creativity and what these people can do, you understand? I've never watched any debate between Sowore and any other presidential candidate where Sowore was won. He has never been won. If in every interview, Sowore will bring a mind-blowing something that will trend in the internet, and all of a sudden, they will start saying he's the best, but he cannot do the job. I can give you some very important things in this 2023. Concerning this 2023. 2018, he brought a lot of things, but let's now talk about 2023. 2023, Sowore made a point about education. I'm sorry, if I'm finishing my time, you can just...
No. Go ahead. Just round up, but you're making sense.
Okay, all right, no problem. So, as I was saying, Sowore brought something about education. It said something about students that are in the rural areas. that those ones can even learn. We can turn football match centers to what? To education venues. We can just connect a TV and they can be learning straight from abroad. You understand? These are digital things. You understand? When he was asked about this Nigerian industries, you understand? He said something about we thinking in an analog way. Like petroleum is going to finish one day. You understand? People have started building electric cars, and we are still here dying after petroleum. He just said that, okay, I'm going to fix it for the lifespan that he has, but we are going to move into the future. There is a man today that has a net worth that is almost the GDP of Nigeria from his house, just by connecting mobile phones, which is Amazon. And then you have the largest market in the world. You understand? There are people doing things just at the comfort of their homes, and they are making big. You don't need to be doing all this analog work all the time just to prove a point. And then I watched a video of Atiku some few hours ago where he was saying that he was going to privatize this, we're going to privatize Warri Refinery, privatize Port Harcourt, privatize this to get money. You understand? But when Sowore was asked, he told them about the debt that some of these people are owing us. Some of all these petroleum companies, there are some taxes that are yet to be paid, but these people will not say anything about it because they know that those money are going to their private pocket. I don't know if you get me. So
I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you well.
I believe that Sowore is far the best candidate. And what I want to say is that Sowore has upright people. He has people that are intelligent. You understand? I graduated as the best graduating student in my school. You understand?
No wonder.
Yeah. I know what I am doing. As when I knew about Sowore, I was still in school in 2018. That was when I joined SUG. And they were like, will a boy like this that be going into SUG? How is it possible for him to combine the two? But I combined them. I graduated as the best graduating student in the school. At a point when our school fees was increased, I was the only person that stood up and I was like, no, this is not going to happen. You understand? This is because of that mindset of fear has gone out. And when I graduated, my first post, I posted that one day I'm going to become the governor of Delta State. And they were like, what is this boy thinking? What is this boy thinking? That's because when you follow great-minded people, you always think like them, you reason like them, and you see possibility in things. And then they will say, Sowore does not have experience. Let me just talk about that. Somebody that have been fighting for Nigeria since he was 22 years old. Where was Peter Obi? Where was Peter Obi when Sowore was fighting for Nigeria? He has been arrested. He has sacrificed a lot. And somebody was telling me that he's jealous. What is wrong with you? Somebody that has been in Nigeria since 2018 was arrested, has not seen his family up to this moment because of Nigeria. You are telling me that he's jealous of somebody in the comfort of his house? They arrested Nnamdi Kanu that he calls his brother, and he has not said anything about it. But Sowore will always go to the courts every time Nnamdi Kanu's case is on. You understand? Agitating for the Biafrans, agitating for the Yoruba people, agitating for the Hausa people. And you are telling me that one Peter Obi who is afraid of talking, and some of them will be like, he does not want to talk because he wants to get into power first. He has not been in power when he was Anambra State governor. Things have not been happening. Chibok girls, he did not say anything. He has not said anything about any unjustly arrested person. And some of them will be like, everybody must not be an activist. And there's this one that they always say, that one is very annoying. They will say that there are many people like Sowore that have come and later on they turn to become bad guys. And some of the examples they will give is Adam Toshimule. You cannot compare Adam Soshomole with Sowore. So Adam Soshomole is not even halfway. It's not even halfway what Sowore is. You understand? Adam Soshomole has not done half of what Sowore has done. I will not have time to explain, but all the same, I want to thank you, Dr. Shidi, for this opportunity. I am
Oh
really grateful. Thank you
boy,
very much.
oh boy, not go anywhere. You just scatter my head. I say, when you finally just concluded everything when you said you wrote that you will be contesting for governor. I'm
I can't
waiting
hear
for
you.
you. Oh, you can't hear? Oh, sorry, it's from your side. Go out and come back. Go out and come back. Okay? Go out and come back. If you can see me, just go out and come back. Just go out.
Okay.
Go out and come back. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, I don't know whether anybody out there heard what I heard from this young man. You see, that's the thing that I marvel about Sowore. You know, Sowore has succeeded in duplicating himself. Sowore has reproduced himself several times. That's the mark of a leader. They say they want to win an election. Sowore it's not just winning an election, but leaving an indelible mark, writing history. That's what Sowore has done. Forever in the history of Nigeria, you will never forget about Sowore. All these other people will come and go, but Sowore has written his name he has reproduced himself. A real mentor reproduces himself in people. And that's why when you hear people who follow Sowore, when they talk, you'll be like, they're just loaded. They're just loaded. And my brother, I want to thank you. You really, really brought it so real. I'm amazed at your level of intelligence. I'm not surprised you said you were your best in your school. We will not give up. I'm proud of you. Just listening to you lecture me. You are so informed. You are so aware. You know, all of these things. This is, I don't know. You just have solved the problem of Nigeria as young as you are. It is in your fingertips. Sure, it doesn't need to do a campaign. People like you, once you start talking, people will believe you. But I really want to thank you. You did so well. Some of the people that keep saying that Sowore supported Buhari, it's amazing how the people that they call their mentor and the people they click with were people who were in the same party with Buhari. Not just that they supported it, they were in the same party with Buhari, you know, but it's okay. Thank you so much. I'm gonna allow Sim, but before you go, what are you doing right now, Gift?
Okay, I'm in Lagos. I'm working for one company.
You're gainfully employed.
Yes.
Okay, thank God for your life, my brother. Thank God. I really, really appreciate you. Sims,
thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sims. You're here. What do you have to say?
Hi, Dr. Chidi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Dr. Erica. Thank you for having me on.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for my brother that just spoke so eloquently. And as you said, Dr. Chidi, very informed. I'm just praising God for the leadership that is coming up in the generation, his generation, and those after him that they'll undoubtedly take over at their appointed time.
Sims, sorry, I'm going to
governing of Nigeria, and that what he said is very promising. So
can you hear me?
I'm just grateful for that.
Sims, hold on one second, please. Sorry,
and thank you to my sister Anne. I'm glad to see her too. God bless you, my sister. So I said it over and over from the moment that I heard. I think it was on your platform too, Dr. Chidi. Like you.
Hello, Sims. Sorry, I cut you off. Hello, sorry. I just did that to be able to say something. I don't think you're hearing me, but Gift, could you please drop your handle? People are asking for your handle. Drop your hand.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and I want to. I also want to buy you data. I know you're gainfully employed. You're earning a salary, but I want to buy you data. So please,
Thank you very much, sir.
just drop your account. I want to. If you don't mind, if you drop it here, that will be fine. But I want to buy you data. It's not a lot of money, even if not 5,000, it's okay. But please drop your account here.
Thank you, sir.
Just do that for me. I know you're
Okay,
working.
sir.
You don't need it, but I just want to do it. Sims, sorry, I
Okay.
cut you off. I needed to say that. If you can go on, Sims. I don't know what's happening from here. Sims, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think I apologize. I did not hear when you probably were telling me that you wanted to speak to Mr. Gift. So I apologize. I didn't hear. I hope you can hear me now.
I hear you. Go ahead, Sims. And I apologize for cutting you off. I don't know what happened. There was a mix-up there. But go ahead, please. Go ahead, Sims. Hello, Sims.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dr. Chidi?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. So I think where I left off was that from the moment, I believe it was on your platform, Dr. Chidi, you premiered a documentary that was made about Sowore. And then I think sometime after that, there was one interview, I can't remember the specifics, that was played also that Sowore did. And listening to him, because I've heard his name and, throughout, like I've heard his name before, but I wasn't really acquainted with who he was. But when I was watching the documentary, the documentary, yes, but the interview, more importantly, I got to like really hear him as like a candidate that was in this presidential race, and I got to hear like his ideology and what it is that he was letting the people know what he was coming to the table with as a possible presidential, not as a possible, but a presidential candidate, and what he would bring to the nation of Nigeria as the president. And as I was listening to him, I kept thinking in my mind, I was like, oh my goodness, this man is progressive. He is full of ideas. He is educated. He is familiar with how to reach people on social. Like, he has all of these qualities, and he sounds like he would really be the best leader for Nigeria. And I would see like in the comments, people are like, oh, yes, he's this and that, but he doesn't have experience. He needs to go and be a governor first, or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, but this man is here and he's contending for the presidency, and he obviously has information and he has ideas of how to move Nigeria forward. So why are we debating about whether or not if he was the governor before? Like, and as he rightly said, Sowore, that you've had leaders that were governors and they were this and they were military commanders and all of this stuff. And what has that done for Nigeria? You understand? It's experience is important, but if a person is coming to you and he says, look, I have a plan, I have a way in which we can turn the trajectory of the prosperity of our nation around, and your only contention is that he doesn't have prior experience, and that's something that we really need to sit and pause and think about. Like, should we let the future of this nation just rest in the hands of somebody that may have had experience in leadership in government before, but has no ideas, that is not progressive, that once they get into power, the only thing that they're going to do is the same old, same old? We've heard that. I know many of us have heard that proverb or saying that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Like, I don't know Peter Obi. I don't know that much about him, and I have nothing against him, but I am concerned that it seems as if a lot of people that are not really leaning towards Sowore at this point, the arguments that they're making for Peter Obi is that he's been there, so he knows. Okay, but will you be crying, God forbid, because I'm definitely praying for Sowore to win next month. I'm praying that Nigeria will come out in numbers and vote for Sowore. But if the case happens that people get Peter Obi to be the president, and he does the same thing that his predecessors have done, can you tolerate another 4 years of nonsense? Like, no, the time is now. And I really, really, really pray and that Nigerians will really sit with themselves and really look at the history of the presidents that they've had so far and the state of the nation that they're living in now. And if the nation can tolerate another 4 years of this. You understand? Because Nigeria needs leaders, a leader like Sowore that will guide and lead them into a future. Right now, with all of this stuff that we hear about the insecurity, about the horrible kidnappings and all the violence and the state of perceived lawlessness that's in the nation right now, a country that is in this state cannot sustain itself. So I am encouraging Nigerians to please put sentiment aside, put tradition in that respect. I'm not saying disrespect your culture or your tradition, but the tradition of just voting for people that you're familiar with, voting for what feels comfortable, and ask yourself some questions. The leadership that I'm thinking about or that I'm comfortable with, what has it brought me thus far? What has it brought my family? That people are struggling even to just feed themselves under this current leadership. And you are aware of leaders that you have voted for, whether in your individual state or whatever, that it seems as all they do is that they get paid, right, from the coffers of the treasury to just kind of, engorge themselves with whatever they want to. But what has it produced for you in your household? What has it produced for your community? What has it produced for the youth even that right now are struggling even to finish their education and to be productive in their very own society, where people are thinking that the best thing to do is to leave the country and seek for greener pastures. And we who live in the West, we know the problems that we face in our individual countries in the West. Like, we have our own problems, right? So what has it produced thus far? And then ask yourself, is what I'm living under sustainable for my country going forward? If I fail to take the bull by the horns and elect someone that can actually turn the situation around. Because a good leader also has good people around him. It's not just Sowore. The wisdom that he has will also guide him to direct the people that will best suit the nation in whatever cabinet position that he chooses to elect them, right? But it's a collective effort too. It's cooperation and patience from the Nigerian people, from the Nigerian society as well. Like, this is a team effort. It's leadership. It is your governorship. It is the people. It requires patience. It requires a lot of cooperation. Right. So that's my contribution at this point. There's nothing that needs to convince me that Sowore is the best candidate for presidency to be the president of Nigeria. I can hear and listen to him and know that confirmation is the best. But my caution, I'm not going to say fear, but my caution is for people to really not just sit in what feels comfortable for them and just listen to him. Not just put up these, oh, he's not this, oh, he's not that, but take the time to actually listen to him, listen to what he's offering, listen to what he's presenting, and really make your decision, not just on sentiment, not on your emotions, not on just your cultural identity, not just on all of these things, but really listen and hear him out. And really listen to see what he's presenting, if that is something that you can see in your nation and how it will turn your nation around. Nigeria is a country that is so rich, not just in material resources, but in the resources of the intelligence and brilliance of its people. I live in the US. Nigerians are respected. I mean, I'm not going to talk about that other side, but when it comes to all the aspects of our society, whether in government, whether in the medical field, wherever, Nigerians are respected as people that are brilliant and intelligent. And it pains me to know that a country that has produced such resources is struggling under an archaic system as it does right now. So please, my people, I'm encouraging you, vote for Sowore. Come on.
Thank you.
Now is the time.
Thank you.
And that's
Thank
my
you so much,
contribution.
Sims. Thank you very, very much. I'm telling you, it's amazing that such a country that produces the quality of intellectuals that we produce will be struggling with, like you said, a cake leaders. People just come out of Nigeria and they just land in the US and they start working. That shows you that they come loaded with the intelligence and experience and everything. They just land and they start working. You don't have to put them through just a little training. So I hear you. And let me speak to something. You know, people live by their sight. You see, you tell yourself that, oh, you know who will win. You don't know. If you knew, then there is no need for an election. Why do you still want to go for an election? It's because you're not sure. It's only at the election, at the voting, that's when you will know who will win. So it's not your problem in thinking that you're thinking that this person, no. Forget about that. Face who you want to vote for, but don't keep thinking that this person will not win because it doesn't look like. Who told you? In your own little space that you are focused on, how you're not seeing what is happening everywhere. There are 1,000,001 groups where people are interacting. It depends on where you turn your head to. Look at, for instance, on national TV, there is a calculated, we know that very well, a calculated attempt to just try to push Omoyele Sowore aside. Why? Because there are two tribes. There are the tribe of the oppressors and the tribe of the oppressed. Sowore is the leader of the tribe of the oppressed. Now, all the oppressors are together in one group, and I say this without any apologies. You've seen pictures where there is Atiku, there's Kwankwaso, there's Dati, and there is Peter Obi. I didn't make that up. But show me any picture where you will see Sowore dining with these people. Even if you think it happened in the past, recently, when they started campaign, they will gladly flaunt that they are going to London to meet. So these people have never, ever separated from each other. They have not divorced each other. They have not broken their bonds. The umbilical cord binding them is still very strong. When people look for endorse, the people that endorse, and the funny thing is that you that is suffering, you that is being marginalized, you that have suffered as a result of the activities of these people, you will turn around and you will jump up because you think that somebody who oppressed you, I think it's the Stockholm syndrome that Nigerians are suffering from. Because otherwise, I don't understand how the person who put you in the situation you are right now, the person that for their reason you are shouting for a change, you now want to go to them and ask for direction. Come on now, do you understand? Somebody came and attacked you, your family. Somebody came and took everything from you. And then when you're about to move on with your life, you go to that person and say, please give me advice on how to move on. How can you be taking good advice from that person who hates you? So it's really, it baffles me. But thank you so much for your submission, Sims. Ayodeji Adebowale, I see you. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to tell us why you think Omoyele Sowore is the best presidential candidate for Nigeria. Ayodeji, you're on. If you could, please unmute your mic. And Chidiebere, your signal is not very strong, so it keeps on. Your device is not connecting. So Ayodeji,
Buhari not go to the
go ahead,
shares.
Ayodeji. Do you want to say something?
Exactly. The moment they were
Ayodeji,
comfortable, escorts
I
in
think
power,
you're just
they massacred over 3,000 of them.
Ayodeji.
And his vote,
Can you hear me?
he was soldiers were
Ayodeji
shooting.
is not hearing me. AJ Styles, can you hear me? AJ Styles, if you can hear me, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Dr. Chidi, thank you very much. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. And for those of you who want to join, it's okay. If you're not able to join with your video, I can take audio because I know when you want to join with video, the signal becomes more demanding. So go ahead, please.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Chidi. I want to first of all start by commenting on the first lady that spoke on this show, which is HO. You see, she started by predicting Sowore success in this election in 2027. And to me, which is a wrong statistical ideology and analogy, that shows that because at the end of the day, even if she ended up by trying to convince you, although I'm okay with that as far as I'm concerned, but that shows that she is trying to give her children the opportunity to tell her what is the right thing, and when she knows very well that she is the one who's supposed to correct her children and tell them that no, it is not like this. Then let me start by saying this. When I hear some people saying, go and listen to candidates who speak to ideas about how they want to govern Nigeria, and at the end of the day, I will discover that most of them that are saying that, they are saying it in favor of Obi. They are not even listening to ideas. Okay, take for example, when you are listening to someone's idea, you need to listen to what the person is doing, both at the present, in the past, and even in future to come. For example, you had the case of Aminu, who was arrested by Aisha Buhari. Obi didn't say anything, even up till now. And I even heard that from Sarah reporters that I think 3 persons were detained by still the same Aisha Buhari. So it was only when something happened to, is it not, what is this a lady called, this lawyer that was murdered by the police, that Obi tweeted. I think I saw the tweet because the tweet came to my Twitter space. So I saw it that he was trying to condemn the killing. So you are speaking for someone who is already dead, and somebody who is alive and who is being oppressed, because you don't want to offend the government, you don't want to offend the president's wife, you don't want to provoke them. You are not speaking about it, but you are speaking about someone who's already there. So how can you convince me of such a person, that such person can give me freedom? Such person can make me have that caliber or that type of freedom of speech that I need or I deserve as a Nigerian citizen? You see, all these ideas, like some people will tell you, Sowore should go and start from the local government chairman, or you should go and become the DSS chairman, and all of those things. It seems like people don't see the way things. In fact, they don't see things the way I see them. Because when you are telling Sowore to go and start from DSS, what about Obi? And that is why I agree with Sowore when Sowore said, when he becomes the president of Nigeria, that somebody like Obi does not even deserve to hold any local government post in his own administration. And I totally agree with that. I'm not saying because Obi is not educated, he can't speak good English or any other thing like that. But I'm just saying because he has already tasted from the old pot. So Obi doesn't deserve any post as far as this kind of movement, revolutionary movement that we are trying to bring in to Nigeria is concerned. So I'm saying this because I just want people to know that by the time you start to say Sowore is brilliant, he's good, he's fearless, and that is why I like him, you don't like him, because if you like him, you will accept his ideas. And you don't sit down and start waiting for 2027 before you think you can vote somebody like Sowore. And when you are not even sure of 2024 or 2025. So all this idea that we should just wait, Sowore should just wait, and maybe when the time comes, Sowore will become the president of Nigeria, that is not yet his time. That is where I go crazy. So I'm saying this because I want all the Nigerians to know, especially those ones that are saying that Sowore does not deserve the presidential post this time, to know that there is no better time for somebody like Sowore who can speak for the masses, somebody who has the voice to tell us this is the way things are done. There is no better time to elect such a person except this time, because the future is now. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no going back. So please, that is just my take. I don't have much to say. Thank you very much, Dr. Chudi.
Thank you very much, my brother. Well spoken, very well spoken.
Can I say something?
I know you want to respond to what he was saying because he said he wanted to talk to you. Okay, go ahead.
My pikin, you don't understand me at all. See, I'm a strong advocate for the Nigeria child. I'm a strong advocate for the Nigeria teenager. And I'm also a strong advocate for the Nigerian youth. You've not known me, and you will soon know me. I am the convener of Andamongo Charitable Organization in Nigeria, and I'm the convener of Andamongo Charitable Organization here in US. If I have this is my number, I will drop it there. Let's talk. I know that, you see, I'm not saying that Sowore, nobody said Sowore should stop campaigning. Neither did we say he will win or he will not win. But you see, my little journey of life that made me who I am today, I always have plan A and plan B. Because
sorry, Anne. You know I wanted you to respond, but I don't.
Yeah,
there are people that
I'm only
keeping,
telling him
so
that
just
he will know
respond
that
because
it's
you're
not.
repeating what you have said before, and let me let you
I
understand.
can repeat, Dr. Chidi.
See,
I don't
sister,
like people
wait.
telling me I repeat.
Do you
I
know
am
why?
talking to my children, and I will repeat until enter their head.
My sister, there are different programs. There are different settings. Remember, this program is people to come and tell us why they think. Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. See, you know me now. Just relax. You have to understand. Each program is structured in a certain way. See, you've already made your point. A lot of these people here who want to go are people who believe in Sowore. They believe that they don't have option B. They just have one option. Because, it's like if something will kill you and there's only one thing that will not kill you, they are going for that one that will not kill you. So what I want you to understand is this. Nobody, me and you.
I am not telling them not to vote Sowore.
But you see, you just have to. I don't want to keep on. I don't want to wait. I don't want to give all this time to you.
The question is this. The question is this.
Let's hear people. I'm going to come back to you.
If at the end of the day,
who already know
we don't get Sowore.
No.
What is our plan?
It's not like that. If we don't get Sowore, see, it doesn't matter. You see, for me, it doesn't matter.
See,
even if you have 1 million.
Okay,
I'm going to put your mic off now. I don't want you to feel bad that I'm turning off your mic, but you have to let me handle my program. Okay, just relax. You see, it doesn't matter how many beautiful women that you put before me. It doesn't matter the money. I don't have option B for my wife. My wife is my wife is my wife. Even if you're taller than her, shorter than her, bigger than her, I don't care. I'm sold out totally. In this presidential election, we're sold out to Sowore, period. If someone is not sold out to him, maybe they have a reason. But I don't want to spend time, trying to. This is not a place where I'm trying to convince people. So, Philip King's TV, you want to go on, or AJ Styles? Sorry, AJ Styles. I called you before. If you want to go on, go ahead.
I wanted to just ask her a question just so that she can respond to me. What she was saying was exactly what she said.
Okay, no. I didn't know you had talked before, AJ. Okay, so Philip King's TV, guys. We'll come back to the argument, but let's take people.
And now we are here discussing about
good evening.
2023
No,
election,
Dr.
which is
AJ
coming up in
Styles.
February.
AJ
So, do you
Styles.
think this is the time for somebody to start playing politics with our mind? Lord, just like, for example, I had Dele Faro to me saying that Obi will definitely probe, all those old thieves, people like Obasanjo.
Guys, I don't know what is happening. I'm not able to. This thing has been cutting back and forth. So, Philip Kings, you go now.
Okay.
Just
good evening.
Kings go. I'll come
Thank
back
you very much for the opportunity given to me on your platform.
Yeah.
I have been watching you. I've been following you for about 4 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And during the 2019 presidential candidate, when Sowore came up, I really follow you up all through your time, while we are campaigning for Sowore. My little contribution to this 2023 election that is coming up is that Sowore stand a better position to become the Nigeria president. But it's so unfortunate that Nigeria, their mindset is different, like most especially the political landscape in Nigeria has been hijacked by this political elite trying to use all sorts of political parties to bring out people in order to distort the political struggle of the youths. So that's what I see, what is going on. And I see no reason why any youth in Nigeria will not be talking about Sowore, will not be buying his ideas and his plan he have for Nigeria. Sowore stand in a better position to make Nigeria a great country that will withstand any country in the continent because of his idea, because of his ideology, because of his zeal and his commitment, because of, in fact, everything that he have to do with this man, Yeah? So he's the kind of person we really deserve, we have been wishing for in Nigeria. But it's so unfortunate that a lot of people in Nigeria, they are not seeing it in this way, except few of us in Europe who really believe, who have seen, who have struggled, who have understand how the system work here. So this is exactly thing. We don't really need a rocket science. We don't really need any kind of mathematics or that will prove to us that, look, this person is different from any other presidential candidate. And even there in Nigeria, the presidential candidate, they know that Sowore stand a better position. But the problem, their fear was that when he become the president, what would be their position? All of them will go to jail, of course. They all know that. They will go to jail.
You just hit the nail on the head.
They will go to jail. So that is why they are using all this. Then Peter Obi, Peter Obi knows that it's not going anywhere. Peter Obi is not going to become Nigeria president. He knows. Because Peter Obi cannot fight these people that were there. He's rather celebrating them. Atiku, my godfather, my boss, my this. What are we talking about? Peter Obi was a PDP. So we should stop talking about all this man, talking about all these things. Peter Obi knows himself that he will not become Nigeria president. What will happen at the end of the day is for them to conceive. So we will still be the same person who will be on the stage, continue to oppose this government, continue to talk about we are exposing the corruption, the things that are going on. If not Sowore that have wakened the youth, who wake the youth? It's Sowore. So it's saddening my heart. It's saddening my heart when we see that this 2023 that the youth have prepared for, somebody just came and just use the kind of sentiment and other ways just to hijack the mindset of the youth in Nigeria. You understand? Some of the mindset of the youth. When they know
Philippines.
that where this struggle is going, this obedient struggle is not going anywhere, you will see it in February 2020. You will see it February 25th. No miracle, brother. The only truth, the only person that will still stand, no matter how they rig the election, is Sowore that will stand. No other person. And he has been standing for everybody. So
Thank
let
you
us
so
forget
much.
about all these things that they want is Obi. We should join arms for anybody struggling joining hand to join up to campaign for Obi is making a mistake. He's not fighting for the good Nigeria, a better Nigeria. It's the same to keep the same old system. Because
Thank
the
you
same
so
thing will
much.
happen. Okay, look
Thank
at
you.
Obi. It does not have any member, how do they call it? It does not have structure. What are the structure they're talking about? It does not have a government. It does not have a House of Assembly. How can you implement your plans? What you want to do for now? How can you do it? It doesn't work. How?
My brother, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Philip Kings?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
You see, you made some very remarkable statements. You see, and it's in line with what I said before. There's a reason why these people are afraid of Sowore. They are not hiding it. It's very clear that they are afraid of him. That's why they don't want him close to what they are doing. See, whenever the chips are down, there are two forces. One group are these oppressors. They bind together against the oppressed. One thing you said that is remarkable is the youth that we prepared, the movement that we prepared was hijacked. And they know they hijacked it. And when they hijacked it for their own people. So they are telling them, cool down, cool down. And I say, come on, tell us. Are you going to probe us? Say, no, don't worry now. Maybe I won't probe you. Let me collect this thing from these people. Everybody, I got you. No. How about, I mean, you remember, let's meet in London. You, what do you want? You, just put it down. I sign. Just support me. Everybody will be IBB, you. No, all the money where you chop now, just support me, endorsement, everybody. That is what is happening. Then you turn back to the youth and say, youth, I'm doing it for you. It's not for me. That is not truthful. And that is not something that we should accept. It is not fair on the future of our youth. We cannot be doing that at all. And another thing I want to add is people come and say, oh, you know what? I will not support Sowore because I don't think he will. So you, by your own self, you see something that is good, you see the right way, then you turn around and say, I know it's the right way, but I'm going to go the wrong way. Just turn to yourself and see what you're making yourself. Because like my brother said the first time he was making his submission, I think it was gift. If all of you, if everybody who is saying that thing does what they are supposed to do, there won't be a problem now. There won't be. It's just like, let me use this analogy now. You have a pile of, what is it that usually every one of it is spoiled and there's one good one. I'm just trying to look for something like that. You just want to come and pick something and like mango. Let me say for mango, for instance, you see a pile of mango. You want to eat. All the other ones are rotten. But look at the number now. 1 against 200 rotten mangoes. And I say, I better go. This one that is good is only 1. Let me go with the majority. You now go and grab the smelly rotten mango and eat. Then I ask you, why are you choosing the rotten mango? Hey, you can see it's the majority now. The one that is good is only 1. Make Akukuma go the side of majority. No, I don't think you do that. What you do is you go after the good mango and you get it. By the way, gift, people are asking for your Twitter handle. So please, can you put down your Twitter handle? Maybe you can put it down for me so I can post it. Because if you try to post a link, if you try to post a link in the comments, YouTube will not allow it. So we're moving on. Thank you so much, Philip Kings. I have someone who is calling in on WhatsApp, but just know that if there's a direct call, it's going to cut you off. But let me call you back. You were calling on WhatsApp, so I'm going to call you back just to do you that honor since you've. So I'm going to call you and then let you speak to us. So the WhatsApp caller, I'm calling you back. WhatsApp caller, I'm calling you back. I'm hoping you pick the line. Or you can call me directly. I don't know. But I have a WhatsApp caller that is calling. If you can please pick the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 more minutes to go. We didn't start on time, so let me extend it to 10 minutes. We have 10 more minutes to go, and I am going to maybe I'm going to go to the comment section and read some of the comments. Somebody said, without no doubt, if any form, without no doubt of any form, Omoyele Sowore is the best and exceptionally sound mentally, academically, ideologically amongst all the candidates. Okay. If Obi win the election, Nigeria's suffering has just started. I agree with you, but these are just, we're not sure, but these are just what we're saying, based because I will also respect that. Me, I am confused. I stand with Sowore. Okay, I'm not confused. I stand with Sowore. Okay, I think I have my caller calling back. Yes, caller on the line. Tell us where you're calling from. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Chidi.
Okay, please go ahead and tell us where you're calling from.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Dr. Chidi.
Good evening.
My name is Engineer Chidebere.
Yes,
I'm
finally.
Yes, finally I have accepted me your program.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for the good work you are doing.
Thank you.
So I may not agree with you in everything you are saying, but you are doing a nice job.
Thank you. We mustn't all agree, you know. We can only agree to disagree, but we'll still continue to find a meeting point.
Yeah. So, my contribution this night is that me particularly, I'm not in Nigeria, but I don't have any candidate yet to vote for because none of them have ever proved any points for me. If you check it very well, APC just take office in, this is 7 years to 8 years now. PDP have been there. All of them is campaign from APC to PDP, from PDP to APC.
But
So
let us zoom into Chidebere. Let us zoom into Sowore. Why will you not want to support Sowore? What is it? Because you said all of them. You don't see anything in any of them. Let me focus on Sowore because that's what the program is about. What is it about Sowore that makes you not to want to support him, even though you're not going to vote? But why wouldn't you support Sowore?
Yeah, Sowore is the best candidate. Yeah, but the way Nigeria is, Sowore cannot fix Nigeria.
Why?
No single human soul, no single human soul can fix Nigeria because the foundation is very faulty. That my age now, that nobody can tell me that Nigeria can be fixed by somebody. It is not, because we all are talking about good governance. There are some people in Nigeria that have different agendas.
What is your solution? What is your I don't want, you know, it's easy for someone to just, we can't use hopelessness as a yardstick. If you say that you know that Nigeria has a problem and you're saying no one person can fix Nigeria, what is the solution? What do you think is the solution?
The solution is for us to come to round table.
To come to round table. To come to round table.
Yes.
Huh?
And talk about how we can continue being one Nigeria, if it is possible that we can still be
under
one.
who? Under what leadership?
There is no lead. Okay, do you think that Sowore for AAC, ACP that don't have, when you go to the north in, let's say in Kaduna, the last time I called my friend from Kaduna, they don't have the party chairman over there. So who is going to be the party agent there? All those bandits side.
No.
So when you check about
my brother, see, we have to remain positive, and I want to believe that you right now, once you say there's a problem, as a human being, the next thing you begin to think about is solution. You've identified right now that there is no one person that can fix Nigeria, but you went a step ahead to say that what you suggest as a solution is that we come to a round table. Now, my next question to you, because you're making point, under which leadership are we going to put that round table? Who is going to supervise the putting of that round table? Because there can't be a vacuum. There cannot be a vacuum. Right now, we are under the leadership of General Muhammadu Buhari. There's a government that is recognized all over the world. It's the government of Muhammadu Buhari, whether you like it or not. Now, because I don't like people just, propounding a theory that is just out there. That's one big hypothesis. Right now, today, that is 6th and 7th for some people, Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are. How do we convene that round table? Under whose leadership?
By convening that table, for us to come in a round table is by saying no election.
Okay.
Not only in Biafra land, but no election, because
I agree. I want to understand it. So we're going step by step. Okay. So when you say no election under Muhammadu Buhari, so Buhari should say no election, and then what will Buhari should call for a round table while he's still president, or he should hand over to somebody else to call the round table? Because we want to look at the practicality of things. We want to wake up and Buhari says, no election, let us call for a round table, and I'm still the president.
It is not possible for Buhari to call for a round table, because if you see how the election is going,
so he should, if you follow
how Nigerian election works and other countries' election, it is not the same. INEC have not come and tell us how many registered voters you have.
No,
and this is valid and this is not valid one.
It's based on everything you have seen now. I like to follow somebody's ideology. You just put something on the ground. I'm looking at the practicality of it. And so you're saying Buhari cannot conduct that round table, so he should step down?
If possible, yes, Buhari is supposed to step down, but the cabal that is there cannot allow anything good to work in Nigeria.
Okay, good. So if
you check how Nigeria system is working, even now, let's say we are practicing democracy, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that if everybody now votes for Sowore, and you have in the Senate, you have majority of APC and PDP.
Yes.
Do you know that they can even impeach Sowore? Do you know, because we are practicing democracy?
Yes,
they
my
can
brother.
Even vote. Yes, they can impeach Sowore if Sowore win the election.
They
do you know it's possible?
They see, you can see what I'm trying to, and we are coming to the end of the program. But what I want us to be careful about is this: we can always put something forward, but when we create this state of hopelessness without preferring a solution, I'm coming, my brother.
Now I'm coming. Now I'm going to 67 years. Since then, how many tickets have made 67 years? And this is what they are trying to tell us every 4 years.
I know. I can actually appreciate where you're coming from, and I truly respect you. And I hope I've not sounded in any way disrespectful. But what I want you to know is this:
No.
when you're speaking out of frustration, but you have to understand why some of us need to take the situation we have right now and now begin to find a way to move from that spot. We are never going to jump over. We're not going to create a vacuum of everything shut down. We wake up, Buhari is not there, nobody is there, and there's one round table in the middle of nowhere without any name, no country, nothing. Just delete everything, and then people come and sit around that round table, and then we start from there. That is not going to happen. You are going to have to move from where you are to the next level. And the next level that we have seen right now is an election. That's what we are seeing. The people who are, I'm a Biafran, I support their Biafran agitation, but that also is going to happen under a leadership. So I hope we understand that we just can't move from point A to point C without going through point B. Do you understand? If Buhari is going to step down, he's not just going to wake up and step down. There has to be something. Either you start a protest, you start a revolution that forces him to step down, or the Senate moves a motion and says the Nigerian government, the Nigerian country should go into a state of emergency. The president should be impeached. Something like that has to happen. It has to start from somewhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not just, we're not going to wake up and see it happen.
Dr. Chidi, I want to tell you that it has been a long time I've been following your program. Very long time I've been following your program.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I like what you do, right from even during COVID-19 and other things. Do you know that I'm from Enugu State?
Okay.
Same state where you are. I know when you contested the election. So, but you know how the election goes. I want to ask you questions.
But you see the people now that rejected me. Maybe you see what they are facing. They got what they deserve, Abi.
Yes, because even if you have won that election and go there, either the system have corrupt you. No. You understand? I know you now.
No,
but the system will make you to corrupt because the one vote, only your vote cannot move that motion.
The system will not corrupt me. If you try and it doesn't work, if it gets to a point where you will resign, you will revolt and resign, but you will make your mark, and people will see. People have been in the government and they resign.
But the system will continue. I want to give you some analysis. I'm very sorry for digression a little bit. In Enugu State, when you have Chimaroke Namani, that is the governor of Sullivan. From Sullivan, you get Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi.
Yes.
Chimaroke ruled for 4 years, and you go to Senate first time and lost. Now he win again. After his successor, that is being Sullivan Chime. Sullivan didn't go for Senate. You understand? So if you go to the present where the governor of Enugu State come from is from Nsukka. Yeah. That is being Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi, Honorable Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi. Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi have been in politics for good. He be in House of Representatives 15 years. Yeah. You understand? That is 3 decades. And now he become governor for 2 decades. That is 8 years. And now he is going for Senate. Do you think that there is not anybody capable of ruling that local government that he come from that can go and make another contribution in that federal level? Or do you think that he's going to contest this Senate and lose?
Okay, let me tell you the truth.
That is how you see how the system works.
Okay, I understand.
To work because they program it like that.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, sir. I understand.
I believe in some things you
say. Sorry, I have to just take it from here. But I thank you for expressing your opinion. And like you said, you've been a supporter of this endeavor for so many years right now. And I want to appreciate you for calling into the program. Please, let's continue. I've saved your number. Please just send me your name, sir, so that we'll continue this discussion. Are you from where in Enugu State?
I'm from Nsukka.
Ebudonye Nsukka. Homana.
I'm more than Nsukka, Dr. Chidi.
All right, thank you very much. Send me your name, please, sir, so I can save it and we'll continue the discussion. All right. On that note, guys, I think we've done well. It's already past 12 in Nigeria. So, Gift and everybody who is on, I really want to appreciate you. I don't want to take it for granted that you gave me an opportunity to be discussing these issues together. And Diamond Foundation, I really want to appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. It's not easy. We might feel discouraged, but we'll keep fighting. Philip King.
We're going to disagree to agree.
Oh, no
until
problem.
We get,
for sure.
Until we bet our new Nigeria, the Nigeria of our
just support Sowore, and we don't
me
have
and the supporter now. All my children.
No alternative. No.
All
no
my children knows how they support Sowore.
Don't let your children enter inside ditch. If your
me and wise man they talk.
And
me and Follow Show they talk. And that is to tell you how deep I am with them.
But Anne, answer this question for me. May we be novice. Answer me this question. Your children enter bus. Where that bus no get break. That bus they fly, they go where the bridge don't break. The bridge don't break in front. You now come tell them say, children. They say, mommy. You say that motor no get break. Oh, they say we they go. You say that motor go when he reach down there. Now to just enter dish be that. Oh, they say, mommy, we they go. I can't ask you, say what thing they happen. Say, but Chidi, live there. You know, and they come, oh, don't disturb me. You say, bro, Chidi, live there. Make they enter that bus. Say, be that bus, go enter the make them die. Then they go know what that they tell them. Now, someone that they talk.
No, Dr. Chidi.
Let me see what they talk.
For my first show for Dr. Damages.
Make it a think of what
for my first show for Dr. Damages. And for my visit for Niger Wash. I they tell them the truth.
Okay.
Say, left for me. If I feel force all of Una.
It's okay.
Una must vote for Sowore.
Okay.
But I'm not going to feel force them.
Don't worry.
When they don't chop suffer.
Make I go.
No person go tell them again.
No problem. Fine. Last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Exactly.
Philip King's TV. Big ups to you. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, madam.
Gift.
We go rule Nigeria. Nonsense. I know the money when they thief for abroad.
And they come
and collect everything back.
Good. Thank you. Gift. Thank you so much. I see your account number. I'm gonna send you something for your data. Now, very tiny something. Maybe when I look on go kidnap somebody, they make you the bring money. That 5,000 naira. I don't be anything. No. So, and I see your Twitter handle. I will follow you and everybody else that is that wants to follow Gift. Please follow Gift. You see the account number. You can throw in one small thing there to appreciate him. Who else am I forgetting? Yeah, thank you, Jenny B, for also giving 5,000 naira to Gift for his data, and every other person who I know you're going to give, but you are not revealing yourself right now. Let's the discussion continue, and let's keep telling people that Omoyele Sowore is the best presidential candidate to happen to Nigeria. Just because he's part of the election, he has been very, very active. And tell those people that you used to assist and send money to, send them this picture of Omoyele Sowore, show them where to put their hand and convince them. That's our duty, since we cannot go there and vote. And on behalf of Dr. Erica, I want to thank all of you for supporting our channel. Please share our video, make your comments, and keep encouraging us. And if you need to flog us is allowed. If you need to punch us, you need to knock us on the head, please do so. But if you like what we do, please share our video with people. I'll see you guys in our next broadcast. Bye-bye.